So Panasonic have done something kind of cool this week. They've released 35 new LUTs for the Vlog profile, and the best thing is they're completely free to download. Now the only problem I noticed when I clicked through to them is that it says they're only designed for the EVA1 and the Panasonic VARICAM cameras. Now these are cameras that shoot full fat Vlog. The Vlog you get on the GH4 up to GH5S is basically just a cut down version of that profile that they call Vlog L. I had a quick look around though to see how compatible Vlog and Vlog L was, and eventually I came across this technical document. It shows you that the only difference between Vlog and Vlog L is that Vlog L has a reduced dynamic range, but the gamma curve and distribution of shades of grey are exactly the same between the two. They even say that shooting Vlog L allows you to use the same LUTs that the VARICAM uses. So I'm not too sure why they haven't included cameras like the GH4 up to the GH5S in their LUT library, but I promise you these LUTs will definitely work on Vlog L footage. Because they're designed for this gamma curve, most of the LUTs get a huge amount of information out of the image. Even on this low data rate, 8-bit slow motion footage, the majority of the LUTs worked perfectly. It was only some of the more aggressive LUTs like this one, where the 8-bit image begins to tear apart. In the pack, there are loads and clean and classic looks, where all parts of the image are very controlled. And then there's some LUTs that really push things creatively. I loved applying the blue NightLUT to a predominantly tungsten and red gel lit scene. What it does is transform the tungsten light into a very deep red, and then turns the red light into a really vibrant pink. And it also has these really cool purpley dark shadows. There are also some LUTs that are designed for kind of early morning or dusk shots. The Golden LUT and the WarmDawn LUT both have a very bold but realistic look to them and instantly transform the scene. They also have a LUT called Hangover, which I wasn't too fussed on originally, but having a little mess around, I noticed that if you tweak the white balance, you can instantly create those orange and yellow desert scenes from Breaking Bad, which I absolutely love the look of. Weirdly, one of my favourite LUTs on there was the Nicest 709 LUT, which does exactly as it says. It just creates a really nice Rec 709 image. The images look very saturated, but without being oversaturated and fake looking. The skin tones look really accurate, but they have a red and warm bias to them, which just makes the skin look a bit healthier than normal. The background colours do have a subtle shift to them. You can see the red has gone to pink, but it's nothing too extreme or unusual looking. If we then look at the standard LUT, you can see the image lacks kind of contrast and definition, and generally the shadows look quite lifted. It looks much more colour accurate, but personally, I find myself leaning towards the Nicest 709 LUT. Overall, it's a really decent collection that's definitely worth downloading. There's loads more LUTs in there that I haven't covered in this video, but you can check them all out on Panasonic's website. I've also been shooting loads of footage over the last couple of months on my GH5S. I've done so many different projects and I've really started to get to know this camera now. There's some issues that I'm finding with it, and I've done a few videos that I'll be releasing over the next couple of weeks about various issues that I'm having and kind of how to combat them, and some of them are more permanent issues that I hope Panasonic would be able to tackle. But there should be some really interesting content there if you're looking to buy a GH5S or you currently own one. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you guys in the next one.